Okay, so this is day 9 of my healing process, June 26th, Thursday. Injury occurred on June 17th, Tuesday, and super proud of my progress since yesterday. Every single day there has been measurable progress, and I am super happy about it. I did go to the doctor, or not the doctor, but to get an x-ray yesterday, and yes, there was a doctor who diagnosed the x-ray, and I do have a fracture of the fibula, of the distal fibula, and separation of the tibiofibular joint right here where the tibia and the fibula meet. Okay, there's a joint right there. Ooh wee, the heat from my fingers, just I could feel it deep inside. So anyways, this is the progress since yesterday, or this is what I've been working on. First of all, I finally got crutches yesterday, and we went, it was very difficult getting down the stairs from my apartment, and we went to pay my cable bill, my internet bill, and to get the x-ray. And so it was my first day using crutches. It was super throbbing. I mean, from the fibular head down to the point of the injury, and of course the feet. But yeah, we didn't get an ultrasound, but it goes without saying that there's torn ligaments in here. Yeah, so it's like my body, and while I try to remain as cool, calm, collective out on the outside, my body is in extreme duress to the point where it's hard to think of my words, because I'm like trying to breathe through the pain of just having to be on this one foot for so long, and the intensity that excuse me, that's occurring all throughout, my leg to my feet. So the improvements since yesterday, definitely more dorsiflexion. Okay, this is normal. That's normal. And I'm still lifting my leg a little bit to get the bend in the knee, to get the bend in the ankle, so that kind of doesn't count, but that's way more than I did the day before. The pain levels are starting to subside a little bit today. It was like yesterday, it was so super duper intense, but I think I needed to be erect for that period of time. And the doctor said that for what he saw, happened on the inside there, that keep doing what I'm doing because it's looking good. He would expect it to look way worse. So yeah, I have been working more in here with the tuning fork, just perpetually, layer by layer, opening that up around here as well. Super tender, like all back here, super tender on both sides. So I spent a lot of extra time at like 3 a.m. in the morning. I wake up in pain, so may as well gotta work on it to go back to sleep. And on this side too. Okay, here, I need to go like this. Got that splint too, which has been very, very helpful. All right, so it's hard to hold the camera and point at the same time. Anyways, all in here along the bone. See the distorted skin there? That's where the impact happened. So yeah, there's still some swelling in there. If I press, you can kind of see that up close. Like if I press there, you'll see an indentation of from the inflammation, or an indentation of my finger. So yeah, I've been working all around the bone where the fracture is, right here and up. And today, I was able to stand with a little bit more ease. And also when I rolled, like to shut my window, I have to roll on my knees on the bed. And the, my ankle feels like, I don't know, between the nerves, the inflammation, it feels disconnected, kind of dead weight. Whew. Anyway, so I can step on it like this a little bit easier. Like before, I'd have to, you know, kind of ease into it, push a little bit more, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, you know. But today, I have to put all my weight on this foot, on the left. But for me to even stand like this, whew, and that is a lot of, whew, I feel it. So I'm definitely not putting pressure on it, but enough to get, like, I'm not putting weight, I should say. It is some pressure, but it's not real weight. But it's enough pushing down into my heel, and let me bend my knee a little bit, and that will bend the ankle a little bit, and I can do kind of that low level, wiggle the toes. So I realized that this toe, the second digit here, is very weak. Yesterday I was working on this. The joint was bent in this way. So, and I realized there's really like no strength control here. And so even up to here at this joint, the same toe, but at this joint level, there's not a lot of control. So I was working on pushing down, isolating, and squeezing that muscle to get more control in here, because it'll change it impacts the level, how strong the joint is up here. So yeah, there's still inflammation. It's getting better. The doctor said 8 weeks to recover, especially because of my age at 43. But I beg to differ. I am going to show the world the power of tuning fork therapy and natural healing using arnica, right? Helichrysum oil, essential oil. I got a blend, a new blend, not just arnica oil, but it's arnica, CBD, camphor, couple other things in there. So, I have to, the muscle, the tissue here is super duper weak, so I have to build this up. Like, I lost a lot of tissue mass in this area, and I'm having a harder time activating my gastroc and soleus, the calf muscles in the back. So I'm working on that. Anyways, also using DMSO, and that's it, right? Oh, my doTERRA deep blue cream, which has peppermint and helichrysum I'm not Helichrys, I'm sorry. Peppermint and camphor and wintergreen and something else. Anyways, all that stuff plus my tuning fork therapy and my orthopedic techniques, super gentle in an acute injury like this. Really is just small, like here earlier, it's making small changes. Here earlier, God, how do I do this? This was more protruding out. The bone right here. It's still protruding a little, and I'm gonna keep working on that. But I got it to push a little better, more into alignment. First using the tuning forks, and then doing trigger point therapy, compressions, and muscle activation. Okay. Oh. So yeah, gotta keep working along here. Oh. Both strengthening and lengthening. That's why I didn't want to cast. And I got the splint, which is perfect, and it's got like gel on the inside, so I can put that in the freezer as well. And that's pretty cool. I don't think it's supposed to go in the freezer, and hopefully it doesn't like crack, and I hope I don't ruin it. But this has been very helpful, and that's what the doctor who took the who diagnosed the x-ray, what he said is that, look, if you don't want to cast, I have to advise you to get a splint, you know, to keep this stable and protect and prevent injury. And so that it keeps healing well, right? Want it not just to heal, but to heal well in alignment, and to maintain the full capacity and use of the ankle, the full range of motion and strength, hopefully stronger than ever. Okay, so I want you to see the correlation here. When I apply pressure to this point, the toe automatically goes down. Okay, now that's not me activating the muscle from here. That's me activating the muscle from here. Okay, so that's part of what healing my broken ankle here. I'm having to fix all of the damage that was done all the way down to the toe. So, for instance, this joint here, from here to the tip of the toe, became inverted. I never had that problem before. I mean, I do have flat feet, so I do have bunions, but this particular was extra. It was like there's like a little twist to it like that, right, from the accident. So I've been working on straightening the toe. This toe was messed up, and it had weakness. Ooh, okay. Sorry, it's painful. It had weakness coming, all the way up here. And then I noticed that the joint was out of alignment here. So, still working on some of that. I did gain some more strength in here a little bit. And I've been doing heel manipulations. Woo-wee, because now the more I keep releasing the foot, which is going to be crucial for foundation as I rebuild the muscles around, and as I work on healing the fracture. It's a tibiofibular split. So, and getting everything to naturally on its own go back to where it's supposed to, as I am doing manipulations and also strengthening the muscles. But right now I'm at this point where, okay, I need to keep opening this up in the back. And with that, it's the heel. Like the heel really took a lot of impact from the compression. Like this is a weird shape, right? Now that the swelling is down, I've been working all in here with the tuning fork. But yeah, so now I'm doing deep. This morning I've been doing deep compressions, static holds, applying, using my, right on my knee, right? Using my knee as a tool, and activating my thigh muscles here, to push down, right? So pretty much it's just been mostly on hold. Like at one point, it's not as intense now, but when I'd push down in here, I was feeling it in the front, which I've also been working. And I just had to let it be, I just had to feel it. I had to allow the body to respond to it, the blood to rush to that area. Yeah. So here we are again, like I was saying, doing these bone manipulations. Like bone can be manipulated. And that feels so good. You don't even understand. And I use the strength from my knees, right? Like I'm pushing down with that joint, but I also apply a little pressure like this too. And you have to be patient because it takes time. And hold it in. And sometimes my right leg starts to get tired, just pushing down. But if I want my ankle to be flexible and strong as it heals from this break, I need the structural alignment to be on point. So that starts with the toes, with the toes and every single tiny little joint going up to the ankle, so that when I bear weight on my foot, it's distributed well. So this is day 10 now of my healing process. I'm going to do another video just sharing the difference between yesterday and today. But I wanted to do a demo of how bone is kind of malleable. It's made to take impact. It's flexible, let's just say that. We don't want it to take that kind of impact, right? That's what I mean. But it's designed so that it can withstand it if necessary. And wow, amazing. an amazing ability to heal naturally. Super, super proud of my progress. Day 10.